So The Scout also stars Diane West, Weist, and Weist, Hannah and her sisters, The Birdcage, Edward Scissorhands was like, I think the thing that I remember most from her, but most recently she's on Mayor of Kingstown. I believe that's HBO.
She was in the Parenthood movie too with Steve Martin and
Oh yeah.
Mary Steenburgen. One of my favorite scenes is the lights go out. They're at her house for Thanksgiving. The lights go out and she says, "Oh," Steve Martin says, "Do you have a flashlight?" She goes, "It's in my nightstand." And you hear him stumbling around in the dark, and then he comes back to the table and he clicks on the flashlight, but it doesn't make any sound. It just makes a buzzing. And then the lights come on and he's holding a vibrator. And the grandma the little girl goes, "What was that?" And the dad says, "It's an electric ear cleaner." And the little girl goes, "It was really big." And the grandma goes, "It sure was." One of my favorite jokes. Mortifying.
Very cute.
A fun fact, if you like that story, you probably heard it before because Steve told that exact story when we were talking about another podcast. I don't remember which one, but I do remember him telling that story. So let's go back to other podcasts and we can go take the exact same story.
Was Diane Wiest in another movie, or was it?
No, I think it was maybe Steve Martin or one of the other 14 actors that were in that movie. I don't remember. I remember you telling that story. I'm like, oh, wait a second.
Was it possibly Keanu Reeves?
Maybe. I really like that.
I think that's what it was. We got to go back. We got to go back to that one.
Oh man, like Steve, you might need some new material, bro.
I think every time there's an actor that pops up that was in Parenthood, you have to. Because there's a bunch of them in that movie.
That scene really affected Steve. Stayed with him.
Today we'll do Amadeus because that dude was in a Keanu Reeves.
That's right.
How many air cleaners do you have, Steve?
I only have one. It's my finger.
Use my finger.
And then last but not least for The Scout is Michael Rappaport. And he only had a small part, but you got to mention him because it was pivotal. Shocking for us to see him so young. So we watched this movie together. I wish we watched.
We watched both of them.
Together this time. We did. So we watched both these movies together. But we all could not believe that it was Michael Rappaport because we've never seen him in a movie that young.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was his first.
I don't know. All I know is that in that movie, it bummed me out that these guys are supposed to be professional baseball players. When you get to that level, that is your life. That is what you've been working for since you were 5 years old. And then they get there and they can't handle the pressure. Like all they've done, that's their dream, you know?
Oh, so yeah, we should mention like the setup is that Albert Brooks is looking for a baseball player and he's got this rookie in mind who is Rappaport, and his parents are very religious and think he should stay in school, and they don't want him to go out, and be faced with the temptations of being a, famous baseball player. And Albert Brooks talks them into letting him sign with them to a presumably year-plus contract, whatever. But then as soon as he gets to the actual game, he's freaking out. He doesn't want to go play. He wants to go home and be a good boy like his parents want him to.
Locks himself in a bathroom.
Yes. But yeah, it makes exactly like, why would you not like, I don't know. I guess they were trying to imply that, his upbringing was holding him back or something.
I guess there'd be no movie if he'd stayed.
He had to